Hey everybody, Sixx here. I wanted to give you an update on the Sixx Experiment and where I've been and what I've been doing and how it's been going. But before I get into that, we got some things that we're going to be showing you over the next few weeks. And one of the things that's pretty interesting is our neighbors' chickens here are getting to meet our flock too here. So we're having an introduction of community chickens. And look at the size difference between these two chickens down there and our chickens inside the pen there, inside their run. And I was thinking the one that's there by the water looking and checking out the two walking by there, that's one of our biggest hens. And I was thinking to myself, she's just drinking water now, but I was thinking, oh, this is a pretty good sized bird. And then those other two walk by and it's like, well, you're a scrawny thing, aren't you? Anyways, we got some young ones, but this is going to be part of what we're doing with the carnivore diet and reducing our expenses and our overhead by actually having our own chickens and our own eggs, starting with the eggs. But also meat. I wish kicked my ass. We had to process another rooster today. It's the second one, and I thought it was going to be easier. The first one, which we'll be showing you a video of, it knocked me into the dirt. It broke my heart. It made me very, very sad and brought back some feelings I haven't had in a while, and I don't like them. So we tried a different method today, and I did it again. This time I did it in a different method. The previous method using cutting the neck off, basically cutting the head off. Never ever will I do that again. And then today I used the broomstick method of dislocating the spinal column. I didn't like that either, so I'm not really, and both of them upset me deeply, so I'm not going to be doing that nonsense anymore. But I also want to tell you something else that's happening, and I kind of, I did really well. I achieved all of my carnivore goals. Within 30 days, I couldn't believe the differences I was having. Truly incredible, absolutely beyond anything. And I was skeptical, I gotta tell you. When I started, I was skeptical because I have been a vegetarian. I have been on the keto. I have done the Atkins diet. I've done all this stuff. So I was a little skeptical, but within 30 days, I could feel, within 2 weeks actually, I could feel some changes. Within 30 days, the changes were pretty miraculous. My body was going through a lot of changes, but the biggest ones for me were pain. After a period of time, my pain almost went away completely, with the exception of one broken thing that just won't. The inflammation is much, much less, but most of it went away. My arthritis, my wrist, so many things, okay? As a guitarist, my arthritis in my knuckles, all of this literally went away, okay? And it's very important, and I hadn't done anything after my birthday in 59, when I turned 59, 94 days ago, más o menos. I had some growth and a distance to go to reach my goal. I'm not there yet now, and part of that, even though my weight is down, I'm down to about 190 right now. I don't have anything to show you right here, but I don't want to do the whole striptease quite yet. But I have gotten down to about 190, and so those things are still great. But here's what I did, and this is the part that I needed to share with you today. Is that I started to do things that were not carnivore. I started out by just adding an apple in the evenings. And then I started a little bit of this, and then I started doing a little of that, and then it was a little bit of keto, and I started adding a few things back in, a couple nuts, and I started saying, okay, well, maybe I'm not carnivore, maybe I'm hunter-gatherer, and I'm gonna eat my berries, I'm gonna eat my watermelon, I'm gonna eat my apples, I'm gonna eat my whatever it is that's hunter-gatherer like, right? And it seemed like it was okay. I did that for a couple of weeks, and it seemed okay. This is not so bad. I wasn't doing it too much, not overdoing it. Still trying to keep the carbs to low, and still very low if you can, and try to keep them at no more than 50. But if you can keep them around 20, you're rock and roll. But so that's what I was trying to do. And then, of course, on our gigs on Friday, our favorite place, 2 weeks in a row, I said, okay, Friday, since we got a gig and we have it, and it's a wonderful restaurant, good food, I'm going to eat whatever I want. All bets are off. I'll eat whatever I choose to eat, right? I did that 2 weeks with this other. So I started to, so basically what was happening is I was backpedaling, backsliding, all that. And here's the thing that brought me to where I needed to make another video about it, is that during the last 2.5 weeks, and even prior to this, when I was doing this, I gradually started to feel pain again. It started to come back. Didn't think anything of it. Wasn't paying attention to it like I was before, which is really odd. But then it became more and more and more and more, to where it was like, oh my gosh, I'm falling back. The only thing that's different now is the weight's staying off of me because my body has adapted. So the carbs that I am taking are being burned immediately. They're not being stored. So it's passing. I'm not hanging on to any of that. It's not. It's just going right through me, and I'm continuing to lose weight, or very little, but balancing, but very, very slow. But the pain is coming back, and even the other day, and it's as simple as this. And should not have done it, but I did, and my wife got those little peppers, those beautiful yellow, red peppers. I just love them. They're sweet little peppers. Some of them are a little spicy sometimes. If you're lucky, they're spicy. Anyways, they're fabulous when you throw them in a pan and you caramelize them a little slightly on both sides. So I had that with steak, and I don't think I got from the dinner table to the sink with my plate, and I couldn't breathe. Runny nose, it was a mess. So it's doing it again. It's back. So I'm back, and I'm realizing as an experiment, which experiments is to run tests. This is a Sixx experiment. Has been the experiment since the very first one I did, that I was going to make efforts to change my life, and they're changing everywhere, all the way around me. I mean, I'm being literally all the way around me. That crazy chicken coop behind me is a big part of it. The fact that I cry like a little girl because I killed a couple roosters, for goodness sakes, I don't even, is beyond me. I don't know where I am. But I know I'm changing, and I know it's for the better. And I do know that I was going in the right direction and curved off slightly. But I was, it's like those little bumps on the side of the highway. Pop, 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 pop. When you start to doze off, and it's like, oh shit, get back, stay focused again, That's what happened with me. I started to doze a little bit. I hit a few of those little bumps. I am now fully alert. We moved in some chickens last night in the dark. It was the greatest thing. I didn't move a damn chicken, I gotta tell you. I moved one. The rest of them, Sweet moved every single chicken, and I walked around and followed her with a camera at night with a red light on. It was kind of creepy. It was like Blair Witch Project or something. Anyways, that's a video I would be showing you. We got a whole bunch of them showing you coming up. But I wanted to give you an update on Sixx Experiment because this is really important. It's important that you know that it made a difference. It really made a difference. The diet made a difference to me and helped me achieve my goals and bring me to where I am now, which is, I'll show you a picture of over one of my shoulders right now is a picture of fat me, okay? And look how I feel. And most of the pain, and I had a tremendous amount of pain back during the fat me. But you're gonna get off, you're gonna hit those little things. When you're a long haul trucker, like all of us want this to be, we want to make this that journey that just keeps going and going and going. Well, anytime you hit a long journey like that, you can expect to get off on the wrong exit occasionally, to hit that, that white line and get a few bumps on the side. All those things are going to happen when you're doing it long haul. And that's what I intend to do, the long haul. And we're preparing to do it long haul with protein, baby, and we'll tell you about it later. Anyways, that's an update. That's where I'm at. If you don't know who I am Sixx. I am the second part of Sweet Sixx living. It's my wife and I. We've been off grid for 18 years in Baja California, in Mexico, and our life is music and each other, and we're going to share it with you. So if you want to know more, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, or give me a thumbs down if I think I ramble talking too much, or I'm just you don't like what I'm saying. Thumbs up work for me too. So whatever works for you. All right, and we'll talk more about it later. Bye.